a further thing out here, is there? Okay, let's go back through all the planets. Festival gone. Right, I can't do anything here. Darwin. Why is it telling me there's a hazard if I can't land on it? I can't survey the sun. Well, the star, because it's the sun's our system, only our system. And again, can't do anything. Right, so we've got to go and do another one. Another side quest, because this one isn't working. So we'll head up to Hawking Eater, because I know this one can't. We've only got one place to go. Oh, I'm... No, I won't ask that. I'll ask that later.
Message coming in, Commander.
Oh.
Big surprise. The Alliance needs you again.
Gasp.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett with Alliance Command. We've got a mission for you.
Okay.
An Alliance officer named Major Kyle has set up a small compound in the Hawking Eta cluster. He's attracted a number of followers, mostly biotics. He's become an outspoken critic of the Alliance, and we believe he's mentally unstable. This could be trouble, Shepard.
I don't want to say maybe you're overacting, because he's an admiral, so... I think we'll go... we're going to say okay, and I think we're going to go kind of... You know, guns in holsters. We've got guns, but we're not going to go in guns blazing, which is the other option, I think. Okay.
I'll look into it.
3 days ago, we sent 2 Alliance representatives to meet with him at his compound. They've disappeared. We believe Kyle and his followers killed them. That compound is a cult, Shepard. They call him Father Kyle now. He set himself up as some kind of religious leader.
Investigate. What can you tell me about these missing Alliance officers?
What were those Alliance representatives going to talk to Major Kyle about?
That too.
They
That's
wanted to
quite
bring
useful.
him back to an Alliance facility for treatment. Major Kyle served us faithfully for many years. We weren't going to abandon him. Given his state of mind, however, he probably saw them as a threat. We're almost certain he had his followers kill them.
Okay, I might have to go in with my sniper rifle blazing then. What can you tell me about his followers?
You said his followers were biotics?
Yes. Major Kyle never showed any biotic tendencies himself, though. I think he's just latched onto a group he identifies with. Many biotics feel marginalized or ostracized by society. Kyle probably sees them as victims who need his protection, and they see him as someone who will fight for them. Unfortunately, he's convinced them that the Alliance is somehow responsible for all their problems. We can't let him go on like this.
And what about him? What's his service record like?
What else can you tell me about Major Kyle?
He used to be a model soldier, but something happened to him at Torfin. Too many Alliance soldiers died under his command. Couldn't cope with the guilt. His psych evaluations showed he couldn't handle the stress of command anymore. He was given an honorable discharge in early retirement. We'd hoped he would get better in time, but we underestimated how far gone he was. Now it looks like it's too late.
Maybe I can reason with him.
I might be able to end this without violence.
That may not be possible, Commander. We don't want a bloodbath, but Kyle is dangerous. I'll trust you to use your judgment. Hack it out.
Right, so we are at the solar system, so we're going to... I don't know why I call them solar system, because we have a solar system. They're just normal systems. I'm guessing he's going to be around Clendragon. Ooh! Oh, Clendagon. With dragons on the brain. I don't know why it looks at his avatar. So, Tharopter. Tharopto is a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of chlorine and sulfur in its atmosphere, hence the greenish-yellowy tinge. It has over 100 moons and an extensive ring system composed of pulverized rock, presumably the debris from shattered moons. Survey. Ooh, we've got another... While scanning the planet Tharopto, you discover a tiny moon with some odd readings. Further scans by Chief Engineer Adams revealed a destroyed escape pod. Your salvage team recovered the components and found a League of One medallion. Okay. Zoom out. That's quite good. As I said, I'm probably not going to go. I'm gonna survey everything, but it's not going to be a massive issue. Oh, I definitely want to find everything. But at the end, don't tell me now if I need to do certain things. I'll ask at the end, and then I will, if you're like, oh, you've got to find all of the League of One things, then I'll go and search them if I haven't got them all. But don't tell me now. Don't. Canctra. A terrestrial world of average size. Canctra's atmosphere is composed of nitrogen and argon, so it's kind of similar to ours then. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of tin with deposits of calcium. Aside from some spectacular formations of water ice at the poles, the planet has little to recommend it. But we can survey it. And we find a light metal deposit, a significant deposit of cobalt, which I think its ore is normally blue. If I remember much from my chemistry. Oh no. Ooh. A metallic asteroid. It's a metal-rich asteroid. We find a heavy metal. A large deposit of palladium. So I think he's in a platinum group. Can we find anything else in this ring? Yeah. Okay. Clendagen. Right. Clendagen. Well, I could say Clendagen, but Clendagen is an arid terrestrial slightly larger than Earth, but with a lower density that reflects its relative lack of heavier elements. The crust is composed of tin and aluminium. You're missing out an eye there, mate. Why? So is this telling us that in the far future that the American form of English is going to take over? I'm still going to say lieutenant. With wide deserts of dust-fine sand that are easily stirred by the wind. Clendagen's most striking features is, of course, the Great Rift Valley that stretches across the southern hemisphere. What is most fascinating about the rift is that it does not appear to be natural. The geological record suggests it is the result of a glancing blow by a mass accelerator round of unimaginable destructive power. This occurred some 37 million years ago. Okay. Zoom out. So let's have a look at its moon, Presrop. Presrop is the moon of Clendagen. It is a frigid, barren world with an extremely thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. I think that's 2 carbons and anes, that's a single bond, so 6 hydrogens. 2 carbons, 6 hydrogens. The crust contains plentiful deposits of heavy metals. The Alliance has opened bidding for the moon's mineral rights, but exploitation would be complicated by the system's proximity to the 5 kiloparsec ring around the galactic core. The ring is an area of intense star formation and too dangerous to safely travel. Presrop's landscape is a nightmare of jagged, overlapping ridges and geological shock zones created by some ancient disaster. This has not deterred a generation of illegal wildcat miners from attempting to exploit the moon's mineral riches. Unfortunately, many have lost their lives. Right, that says land, so that could be where we're heading. So let's head to Tamahira and see if we can survey it for anything. Tamahira is a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and xenon. The surface is icy and composed of sodium oxide with deposits of calcium. It contains a few unremarkable metals, but mainly consists of rock. I'm intrigued by how close it is relative, so we're going to go to Presrop. So this is where we're heading, and we'll land. Here we are. I'm guessing this is where the biotics are. Right, who am I going to send? Who am I going to have with me? It might be worth having some biotics with us. So these arrows are obviously based for consoles, methinks. Oh, I can actually use them. I shan't. I have a mouse. Now, mice are superior for these kind of things. So we'll take Liara, and I think we'll take Tally, so then we've got a nice balance. Examine squad. Not helpful. I mean, I know I'm full combat, and I think that's probably a good way of putting it around. Thinking about it in more role-playing terms, I think Liara's purely biotic, no messing around with... Yes, this is a diplomatic mission, Rex. And Tally just to balance out the tech. Let's go with it! And that was the Great Rift. That's interesting. Whee! And as with the last zone, we're going to go everywhere but the biotic compound first. So we've got an anomaly. Oh. Ah, I need that's what I wanted. Right. Easy way out. Let's go up and round. Whee! Nothing here.